August does not disappear, so much as move in ways we cannot perceive. I know a back exit through the caves that can lead us out to safety.
Get Zahedi out safe. I'm going back out the front door to deal with Kang's new arrivals. Jakob, I got Zahedi out. He's on his way to you.
The beat of the world!
knows this area very well. I think he can be trusted.
Ooh, it's one of the closest times I got to dying back there. And it was really just because I forgot who I was up against. For some reason in the Outriders throughout the campaign, most elites and like dudes like that are just kind of like your normal captains, but every so often, and I forgot he's one of them, and now I remember there's another guy, I think in the forest area too, you fight, who's like that too. And they're actually strong, they're like bosses themselves, which you could tell from his bullcrap, because he was basically Dr. Doom, or not Dr. Doom, but whatever he's called, Dr. something, in one of the expeditions, who's an altered. I mean, it says he's clearly an altered, not just a lesser captain. And he's basically a technomancer because he summons turrets, and one of them can be a freaking freeze turret, and so did that guy. That guy was summoning freaking freeze turrets. Like, one point, I kept getting frozen over and over and over and over, and I'm like, what is this bullcrap? And of course, oh yeah, it's the freaking freeze turret, and as usual, we don't get the luxury like they do, even though we're supposed to be altered of, just eventually resisting that crap. Like glowing blue ourselves and just not being able to get frozen for a little bit. Oh, no, of course. We can just keep getting frozen forever, so. Whereas he can't. None of them can. So yeah, that was bullcrap, but I got through it. I ironically used cover once when I needed to. But yeah, it's like in this game, the difficulty spikes. It's like the captains, once you're doing what I'm doing, just having a decent enough build for leveling up, they're easy at this point. But you have like the ironclads and the mortar dudes. They're like the least. They're like the most basic captains. Then you have the guys above them that clearly have powers. That are like, I guess, true captains or something. I guess the ironclads, you just call them elites. Then you have the captains, which are basically mini bosses. But then that guy, I found, he's basically a boss. He's just not a story boss. So that goes from captain to actual boss. They just tell you you're fighting an actual boss who's much harder than a captain, much harder than most mini bosses, and then just story bosses.
I take it you're here for a reason.
Our camp's beginning to panic. Nobody will be mourning Skurlock, but without the antidote, we're not going to be able to last it long.
There's a large stash in the lab. We only took what we needed.
I know it's there. I assisted Dr. Skurlock in his work. What's there won't last long. There may be something we can do that the doctor would have never been willing to risk. For so long, our only contact with those beyond the forest was deceit and death. You understand that the antidote requires a steady supply of human flesh. But there's one thing that they have in steady supply beyond the forest. It's
The dead. You're proposing a trade?
bodies of dead soldiers. We harvest their spinal fluid, and in return, we share the antidote.
There are those who will never forgive what you've been a part of.
I know. But if we share what we make, maybe we can start to make amends. There is still one problem though. The sap of the token, the hardest ingredient to obtain. Tiago used to be the only one capable of it, but now that he's part of your party.
Well, this should be interesting.
I wouldn't have asked you to harvest that sap if there was another way.
Tiago, I hear you gathered the sap of some tree to help Skurlock make his antidote.
Not just any tree, the Tuca tree. Forest. Where it dwells, the creatures of the forest gather in great number, almost as if they're protecting it. Search beyond the stronghold, my friend. You'll know the Tuca tree by its shiny blue sap.
This should be interesting.